Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Elia and I want to do a little yin practice with you today. So this practice is supposed to be for high-level athletes, for athletes. That's what I specialize now on, with the thought of you guys being aerobic gymnasts, because that's my sport, the sport that I love, or gymnasts, but also these practices are good for runners and soccer players. Most of the athletes, these practice will benefit, because always when you do a sport, it's always good to do a different sport, to just move a bit differently. Yeah, well, yoga is not a sport for me.
Yoga is a way of living.
And I say it's not a sport because there's so much more to yoga than only the movement part. So the poses in yoga are called asanas, and on the yoga path, on the Ashtanga, in the Ashtanga yoga system, for example, there are eight stages, and only one of those is the asanas. Then there's one breathing, there's one concentration, one meditation, and a few more. I will talk about them in another video. I love talking about it.
So what is really important is yoga is also practiced off the mat. So it's not only what you practice here on the mat, it's also off the mat in the daily life.
But today we would work on our fascia, connective tissue, fascia in German. So it's not the muscles we will stretch today, it's the tissue which is connecting everything, and it's all everywhere. And you normally, as a high-level athlete or as an athlete in general, you roll on the black roll to smoothen it out a bit, to make it more smooth. And this is what we do in yin yoga. We hold our poses a long time, up to 5 minutes, and there it gets released a bit, this tension. So without further ado, I think I would say we start, and I keep talking while we are in the asanas because we stay there a long time. Important, again, listen to your body, please, 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 please. I want you guys to use yoga also as a tool to connect with your body and to learn to listen to your body. I know that in high-level sports and competitive sports, you always need to push yourself, you need to go through the pain, but this is not always the right thing to do, okay? So yoga is not a competition, yoga is not a high-level sport, you do it now for yourself, okay? So take this time for yourself, and if you don't feel like doing something, just don't do it. You are free for this now. But sometimes these stretches are really good, especially after. Anyways, so I put some props here. So I'm sitting on a roll. I will use this later, but try to take a cushion, big one maybe 2 or 3, and in yin yoga it's always good to be comfortable. Maybe put a blanket on the ground, and then you can put a folded blanket somewhere where it's hard. Anyways, so these are blocks. I read that for home practice you can just use big books, like a big book, like a dictionary or something. Just try this out, you will see what kind of asana it will be, and then you can see what you need. I have a towel rolled up, that can be practical, and a blanket. You can also use 2 towels or 2 blankets. Okay. So for the first asana, it's the toe squat. And for the toe squat, you come on all fours. And then you tuck your toes under. And you slowly walk your hands back. And try to sit upright. Ooh. For me, this is the worst. I really can't handle this so good. So you can stay there. I need to release because for me, I can't do this right now. I should have done it before so I feel better. But so, anyways, if you think, like me, ooh, this is too intense, you can play a bit. So you could, or for example, put a blanket between here and then sit back again. Should take some of the pressure off. You need to try. You need to try, you need to experiment. Okay, this is not good that I'm doing this on video. Oh la la! Okay, you stay there with me. So, you try to breathe through it now. You try to stay there. Normally it's really important that your, how you say, the balls of your feet are on the floor. But for me, my toes are so unflexible this way, I think. They are also big, people say. Long. So, yeah. So you breathe through. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, if this doesn't feel right for you, and this is now the point where I need to say, oof, I can't do it, you need to say it too. You can also try a bigger thing between. So this makes the weight be more in your knees, okay? So try that, give it a try. I just need to tuck my toes under again. So we will stay here for one more minute. If this is enough for you, you can release. So this pose you should stay in for 1 to 3 minutes. In the beginning, 1 minute should be enough. You already hold a long time, probably, longer than me. And what I want to talk about is, this pose is great. You know, this pose is great because on the sole of your feet, there are also fascia. And this fascia is pulled, it's lengthened, you get space. And also you get space on the whole back of your body because this is the start where the fascia starts on the back and it gives you space by pulling it. Also, there's lots of reflexory points on your feet, right? So in Chinese medicine, you know, they are pressing on your feet. And they are being activated the whole time, so they are connected with organs. So this is really good because organs are stimulated. Okay, I would say 3 more breaths. If you feel like you want more, stay there longer. Okay, this is enough for me. You take your proper way and slowly come onto all fours again and switch the side of your feet. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I've done it and the last time hasn't been that bad. Good. So this is nice because this is the opposite stretch now. And this is what normally gymnasts are used to, so this shouldn't hurt. We will do half hero now. For that you sit here and now you take your one leg up, push your foot into the ground. You might want to put something behind you because now you want to walk your hands back slowly. Maybe hold here if you can already feel a stretch. And if you don't feel anything yet or you want a bit more, you can lie back down slowly. It's important in yoga that you take your time to go down, otherwise your body will cramp or will tighten, and it's hard to have this good, relaxing feeling because your body will just tighten and you can't go any deeper. So go slow, the deeper you will get. That's the key. So lie back down. If you want to not hold yourself up but can't go so deep, you can put stuff under the pillow and then ooh la no 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 and then ooh la no 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 and then lie down slowly. So this opens your chest and you can really feel a nice opening here on your thighs and your hips. So this is really, really great. And in the beginning, I couldn't lie down. It was 2 years ago when I did the first time in Australia in a class, and I was just sitting there and had the pain of my life. And yeah, but it is a good pain. So if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. This is really important. Yeah. So because of your foot, which is really flat on the ground, you might want to take a towel rolled up or a blanket rolled up and put it here. So your foot is not so straight, but this might make your knee lift more. So you need to try a bit, experiment a bit, but this would be the case that your foot is not so in a straight line on the floor, pressed against the floor anymore. Anyways, you stay where you are, where it feels good. I keep talking a bit because this needs quite a lot of explanation. So if you don't feel anything, you can take a block or a book or anything that lifts you up under your buttocks and put the stuff away, of course. If you don't just want more than when you just lie on the ground, you need to first, without the block, be able to lie on the ground and feel nothing. So then you put your block under your buttocks and then you lie back. So this lifting of the buttocks will make it more extreme. Anyways, do what feels good. I will come to the pose with you. We will hold here for a few more breaths and then we will switch sides. So important is that you breathe deeply in Yin Yoga. So Yin Yoga is the passive side. In Vinyasa we have the active, the Yang, and the Yin is the passive. So we just let ourselves be. And we've tried to let go. So by practicing the letting go in these asanas, we can let go better in our daily life. So really try with every exhale. Let go of more tension and of anything that you feel in your body. Just let go of it. 2 more breaths. And then slowly come up, take your time, maybe activate your stomach and come up. Lower both feet down and then switch. And then slowly work yourself back down. Take your time. I like to stay first here for a bit and then walk down a bit deeper to feel more stretch. So the connective tissue, the fascia, is made of 2/3 of water. And by having this pressure on it, the stress, the water gets pushed out and then new water comes in. So this is really good, right? So if you get fresh water into your cells, you will you will vitalize that. Your body will appreciate it. I miss the word. It has advantages. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you understand what I want to say. Few more deep breaths here. Try also to relax your face and your forehead, your jaw, relax it. Relax your eyebrows, your eyelids. My forehead is often really crazy, doing crazy stuff, but try to relax. And now 2 really deep breaths into the stretch. One more, all good things are 3. And now slowly come up into sitting position. Slowly release this, and what we do now is just lie on your backs. Lie on your back and just feel into what is happening, or straightening out the legs feels amazing, I think. And just feel what this did to you. Be present. After stretches, the parasympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic, I will need to look that up, how this is pronounced, nervous system tunes in. So this is the nervous system that makes you calm down, that runs all the important things like digestion. So only if you are in this relaxed state, your body will digest. So if you have digestion problems, you might not relax enough. You might not give your body enough time to relax, to calm down. Okay, just be present. Feel where the energy is flowing, or where you can feel something in your body right now. Just feel into it. Stay present, stay with your breath. And then put your hands under your buttocks, push your underarms into the floor, and come up. Okay. So for the next thing, you might need a block or a cushion to sit on. Just sit like so. And then, now, take attention, pay attention. Take your left hand, thread it through, and take your right ankle, put it next to your right edge. Right ankle next to left hip. And then left ankle next to right hip. So you can call this shoelace, or it's the cow face pose where you only do the legs. This is intense. For me it's really intense because it works on the hips, it's opening the hips, it's supporting the external rotation of the hips, which I don't have. If I sit cross-legged, my knees are way up. If this is really intense for you, you can always straighten the bottom leg. So you only have this stretch here and the bottom leg is straight out. Okay, I need to go back into it. If you don't feel so much, you can take the block or whatever you put under your buttocks away. So you're more on the ground and it should be more intense. So in this pose, I want to encourage you to flex your feet, because once you flex your feet, your knees are protected. This is not so nice for your knees, but if you flex them, there is some activation and they should be safe. But if it doesn't feel good, stop doing it. It's always a rule, right? And check if both of your sit bones are evenly anchored to the ground. So you are really central and okay. So deep breathing here. I always feel a bit like a queen. Anyways, so deep breathing here into your hips. This is a great hip opener, especially from the external rotation. It's really great to improve that. Okay, after these camera problems, let's continue. So you can lean forward if you like to. So this is maybe a more intense stretch, or maybe a different stretch even. So slowly walk down. If you can't walk so far, don't walk so far, and let's take about 10 really deep breaths here. With every out breath, you try to release more, let more go. So stay aware here. Be present. One last deep breath. Slowly walk yourself up and then slowly lean back. Once you lean back, it's easier to release. Put both feet up again, and then we can do the windshield wiper to release a bit. It's a bit strange on the block, but just to release. And then put your feet back up, and then take your left ankle next to your right hip first. I'm not sure if we just had that. Ooh. And then the other. Okay, if you just had that, switch it up. You know it, huh? So, stack your knees on top of each other, dorsiflex your feet, have your hips fully anchored into the floor. Now I know what I want to say. So, I took a deep breath, and that helped. So, it's about the breathing. The breathing, the breath is the anchor. Is you are anchored to the present moment. Okay, so once you breathe deeply, you get into the present moment, and that's what we try to achieve. Okay, so really deep breathing here. That's so good. Send the breathing into your hips. And if it's really intense, try to stay through this intensity. So try to stay present here, okay? If you can't handle it, always straighten your bottom leg out or get out of the pose. Anyways, let's go. slowly forward if you feel like it. And hold this stretch as good as you can. Ooh, this is intense for me. Ooh. And I just thought about it, so I really want to emphasize, if you sit here like this and you can't even go forward, this is not meant to be like this, okay? So if you have trouble going into this pose, just straighten your bottom leg, take this still over, and then maybe move forward. You will still feel a stretch, and this is really intense on the knee. Maybe you can take something under this knee because you really don't need to overstretch this so much, and then you can walk forward. But it feels so good, doesn't it? Ah, I love it. And really try to hold here for quite a bit. So I would suggest each side around 3 minutes, maybe 4 when you switch the position between sitting upright and leaning forward. Stay here with your body, with your breath, with all the sensations you can feel, and realize how the emotions come up. Maybe just realize it. And we open our hips right now with these stretches, and in our hips they are stored also really a lot of emotions. So maybe something is coming up. So just accept it and just be aware of it, and don't try to do something with it. Just be with it. Be with the intensity, be with your emotions, be with anything that's uncomfortable. You need to learn that. And most importantly, sometimes be bored. Yeah. Last 2 breaths here. And then slowly come up. Okay, so last one. Let's do this. Come on to all fours and then lower down your left arm, like so, in a, I would say 45-degree angle. You could put also in a 90-degree angle, and the other arm you stretch forward, and here you come into stretch. You come into really big opening of your armpit of your right side. Okay, so let's do this stretch here. Enjoy this stretch. It's important that here is a straight line, or almost a straight line. And try to push the right armpit to the floor. You can place your forehead on your left arm. This feels uncomfortable on your knees. You put a blanket maybe under, a folded blanket. To have it a bit more soft. Three more breaths here. And then come up slowly. Come into all fours and round your back once. Really make yourself round. And then place your right forearm on the ground and open your left armpit, your left side. Really feel the stretch in your breast muscles. Always remember to breathe deeply, stay with your breath, and stay with your awareness on your body. 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly come up, round yourself, and then pull your shirt down. And lie back onto your back into Shavasana. Relaxation. This is always a good time to just let go, just let yourself fully release every tension you have and just fall into the floor. Maybe you picture yourself like a pudding. You just like swabble off. Shavasana. It's the name of the asana. And then roll yourself to the side. Push yourself up and come into a seated position. Since this wasn't really class, as I said, we're done here. I'm not gonna annoy you with my own, even though I really hope that you miss it now and you will chant it at home anyways. Yeah, thank you for watching. It was a bit crazy, I think. It was just all over the place, and I realized this is really intense and everything. But thank you, and I hope that you will check out my next video. Until then, bye bye. I send you lots of love. May you succeed in whatever you do. And just never give up, right? Dream big and never give up. That was what I was gonna say.